All right. Dope. Welcome, guys. This is the Mahogany
I don't know.
Stylez
It's not working. It says I have full bars, but my internet is not working. You guys keep buffering. I can't hear. Look out there.
All right. All of us. All right. So, welcome. This is my Stylez Experience. This is episode 2 of the Mahogany Stylez Experience. I am your host, the Princess of Hip Hop, Mahogany Stylez. This is my corner pocket of the universe. This is my opportunity to share my thoughts, my insight, and bring on some of my dopest friends and peers and affiliates in the business to connect, speak our truth, sip tea, and talk all that good stuff. This is the second part of our 3-part series on the state of women in hip hop. I have brought with me today some really super dope, super awesome, super talented, powerful women. I'm super excited to have them speak on the topic of the state of women in hip hop. All of them being very different, powerful forces within the hip hop community. I'm super excited to hear from each and every single one of them regarding their insight and their thoughts on the state of women in hip hop. Today's episode is called Straight from Our Mouths. And before we hear from the ladies, and I introduced the ladies officially, I just kind of want to quickly recap what we talked about last week. I don't know if any of you ladies caught last week's episode on Thursday when we kicked off our conversation about the state of in hip hop. But for me, I had talked about sharing my thoughts about what Jermaine Dupri had to say about what he thought about the state of women in hip hop. Where he felt like most of the female rappers were only making stripper music and all of the female rappers were only talking about the same things. And pretty much what he did was leave out a whole bunch of female artists that are not doing that and only highlighted the female artists that do make that type of music. So we left out a whole group of female rappers that are out here bringing something and delivering something to hip hop, but he highlighted that there are a few and kind of spoke of those few as the general consensus of women in hip hop. So today, you guys are going to talk about, how does the world perceive female rappers? What does the world want to see from female rappers? Why do certain female rappers get more shine than other? Why is there still very limited amount of female artists dominating the industry like our male counterparts? So we started talking about that last week. We're going to keep the conversation going. With that being said, let me introduce my special invited guests that we got in the building with me today. Coming from Connecticut, shout out to Connecticut, currently residing in the Midwest. We've got T Quest in the building. She's a rapper, singer, host of the T Quest show. She is the, are you VP of the Quick DJ? R&B division. I think you're VP or president of the Quick DJs R&B division. If you guys manager, excuse me. If you guys are in the game, you guys are familiar with Fleet DJs. She's the manager of the Fleet DJs R&B division. In the building with us, my girl from my hometown, 845 Stan. We had to link and bring this together. It couldn't be a conversation about my girl, RoyalT. RoyalT is a rapper, songwriter. She's an activist. She is an actress. I can't leave out. Homegirl is expanding and an actress. And also she's the founder of an organization that I'm fond of and we've worked with before in the past, SistersKeeper. So shout out to RoyalT. And then also we will have this in a second. You guys also joining our live stream today will be Javon, aka Bubbles, rapper, singer, songwriter, model, radio host as well. So as promised, you guys, I brought to the stage today to join the conversation and get involved and get in tune these ladies. And we want to hear from them. So you guys, I'm going to dive right in. That was my spiel. You guys know I had to just warm it up a little bit or whatever, but that was my spiel, and I'd love to dive into the conversation. T-Quest, it looks like it's me and you. Looks like we lost the other two. but they'll hop back on the conversation. I think this is a great way for us to open up the conversation. And I'm honestly, since our conversation and since we've been exchanging, I'm really excited to hear your thoughts. I really do want to hear from you. So tell me what you think or you believe is the current state of women in hip hop. What does that look like to you?
Okay, so since I am a woman who is all about positivity, right? Right now, the female in hip hop are winning. They are winning. It's all about what you do with that win. It's kind of like Miss America or something, right? Once you wear the crown, what are you going to do now that all attention is on you for that year? So right now, the women are winning. We have their attention, but it's all about what you do with it. The sad part is the women that are winning the most are the most sexualized one, which means they are our representation to the majority of the world, because those are the ones that are mainstream. So then when you get another, either they have two categories on average when it comes to hip hop female artists. Either you're over sexualized, or you're pretty much looking like a stud out here spitting bars, as if there's no middle. Me personally, I'm in the middle.
Right.
Meaning like I can spit the bars and then I go want to be sexy too if I want to put that voice on them and everything, right? But in mainstream, they look at you like you're crazy for having the middle, because you got to realize too, which is a scary part about the industry, it's all about the dollars. And then when it comes to our culture, if they can make us look like a fool and they get money off of it, they love that stuff. Why? Because we are really their entertainment. Why would they want women out here promoting being respected or relationships that has nothing to do with side chicks? Why would they want that? You know what I'm saying? Why would this world want positivity? The majority of the world is all negative. And they want us to portray that too. And that's why when Jermaine Dupri said what he said, not backing it 100%, but for him to be thrown in the limelight, you have to choose your words very wisely. But for someone who look at things from multiple perspectives, I understand where he's coming from to a certain degree. Those are the women of hip hop that's representing the whole culture. So they're the only ones that's being highlighted. So when it comes to ones like Rhapsody and them that's really doing hip hop, she don't get the shine that she deserves on mainstream level. That's why I tell people, instead of complaining about it, do something about it. If you are a DJ who loves female hip hop, then you should be highlighting the ones you feel that deserve the light. Forget mainstream. Everything is social media and the internet now. Won't you help the ones that need to be shined upon more get they shine on? You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna let somebody else talk because I can go on forever, because I do this every day, all day. But I'm gonna stop right there.
Oh, so that is, I said I'm intrigued, and I knew you were going to open up the conversation with something powerful today, and I knew you were going to have a strong opinion. So I respect and appreciate that opinion. And you make several valid points, some of which I agree with you on, some of them I don't necessarily agree with you on, and we're both in the same position as women and pillars and figures. I agreed with Jermaine Dupri to an extent. And I also find our culture to be responsible as well. So as a culture, groups like City Girls and, some of these other artists that are kind of defining what women in hip hop look like, that's what the people are saying they want to see. And then there's also programming, and we are to a degree when, and we're us being insiders on the entertainment industry on the inside from a business dynamic, we know how radio programming goes. So we know about payola, and we know about how radio programming goes. And we know that those same said particular artists, they're going to be the ones, that are playing that game like that get featured and highlighted, and so that's then becomes the full representation of us. But then a lot, the fans, I feel like the fans have to be responsible for supporting the people that they like. If it's underground female artists that you like and you feel, not even an underground female artist, just an underground artist that you feel, go stream their music, go play their music as well. So I feel like our culture also adds to that, and so it's this never-ending cycle of perpetuating a certain type of female in the industry and what the female or figure is supposed to look like, and then society is perpetuating back by demanding and requiring that hypersexualized figure, that stripper figure, that get money, pop this pussy, sell that, secure the bag, I'm sliding down a pole on a big dick, and all of that. And the game repeatedly ask for that. So it's like we're in this crazy cycle. All right, I digress a little bit. I just wanted to pick back off what you said, but RoyalT is back in here. So we're going to pull RoyalT in and kind of dive in and hear RoyalT's thoughts about what she feels is the state of women in hip hop. Oh, you're feeling a little staticky. Okay, we're going to give RoyalT a second or whatever. We hear you trying to get it together, RoyalT. I'm gonna mute you for 1 second.
I feel like
there you go.
Okay.
You sound great.
Okay. So I agree with T Quest. I feel like it's like no middle. You know what I'm saying? Because like I don't have the big booty, but I'm not the stud rapper like you said. Like you put it in between those two. You know. So it's like where do I stand? You know, because I got the bars and you know I got the long weave and shit, but I don't got the booty. So what, I gotta go get the booty? Like, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I don't got the money for that. I'm not gonna say I ain't into it, but I ain't got the money for it.
Hey,
you know,
she said she didn't say she wasn't into it, but she just said she have the money for that necessarily.
And then, you know, some people who are mainstream, they have writers and they have all this backup. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, as an independent artist, when you're doing your own thing and you're trying to get your own fans and you're trying to like build your own image, it's really, really hard because you're like literally starting from the bottom. Where like as these other people have people who are pushing them and have them all over blogs and all over these websites and ads and everything. But some people can't afford, you know, and it's just and like as a woman, it's hard because like, you know, I have SistersKeeper, I have a woman empowerment group going on, and then I rap about pussy wet, all that good shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like some people ask me like, how do you? But as far as SistersKeeper, we keep it like real, like as women, like we have a vagina, we talk about it, and it is what it is. And it's like people that, and it's like I see a lot of people who will say, oh, females need to stop talking about, like you said, JD talking about, oh, they talk about strippers and making stripper music and talking about ass and stuff, but it's like so do the men. And that's what hits. You guys can sit here and act like you want to hear women speaking about some powerful shit, but you don't. Let's keep it real. You listen to the radio, especially in New York, same shit. Same songs over and over. The same songs, the same people you're hearing. And it's like, Drake just put out an album with 50 songs. And y'all playing the same shit still. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's all, like you said, about the money. Playing the same people, making their money, making their coins. Nobody really cares. Like, you know what I'm saying? And people will act like they don't want to hear us talking about our sex and sexy stuff, but they do. That's what they buy. Sex sells. That's what's winning.
Period.
Winning. and then it puts pressure on other females like myself who do music, who are like, dang, like, which route do I go? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do I have to do? Because I've been in rooms where people have told me like, oh, get an ass, fix your tits. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, all you need is ass, and you like, damn, what about my talent? You know what I'm saying? Like I got the bar. I could out rap a nigga. Like, I could curse on here, right?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Yeah, like
this is not a friendly show. This isn't a friendly show.
I know a lot of females who can really rap, you know, and like, no offense to Cardi, she doesn't write her shit and she's winning hard body. That's not fair to the people who are really working, pushing their pen.
Thank you.
It's hard. It is really hard to think of words and put them together and make other people like you. If other people feel your words, you know what I'm saying? That is very, very hard. And it's like it's like these mainstream rappers that just put in who, he, ha, and hey together, and it's like, ooh, that's lit. Like, no. Like, where's the lyricists? Where's the people who really are putting in this work and really have the talent, you know, out there? Like, give them a listen. Play their music. Like, even in your hometown, play, like, in the local clubs. Like, that would get to me, too. Like, how I could go to the same bars in my town all the time, support them, buying drinks at the bar, paying admission, bringing my friends, all of that. And y'all don't even play my music? And it's local DJ?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And I even had an instance before where because I would ask, like, hey, can you play my music tonight? I'm about to be up in there. Oh, I got to ask the owner.
I'm going to show
love. Did you have to ask the owner to play Future? Did you have to ask the owner to play fucking Nicki? Like, no, you just play this shit. You know, it's like people don't want to support or they want to support you when you're lit, when they look like you got something going on and shit. Like, I'm just sick of
I'll
it.
say RoyalT.
They need
It's
to
not
treat us
exactly
better.
like
They
that
need to treat
anymore.
us women better as artists, period. Stop pinning us against each other. Stop making it seem like there can only be one at the top. No, there's a whole bunch of people who, I mean, there's a whole bunch of men who are all over the charts.
Mm-hmm.
But then when it's a woman, it's like, oh, who's gonna get number one? Who's gonna be first? Like, no, why can't it? Why is there competition? Nobody be like, oh, who's gonna get number one? Drake or Travis Scott? No, it's like, who? It is what it is. You know, I
Yo,
don't know. It's weird.
You touched on a couple of things I want to circle back around, and then something that I just want to point out right now.
Sorry.
Before we go any further, no, you're all good. I respect it.
Yeah, because I definitely got some stuff I want to tap into after you, Mahogany.
Huh?
I said some things I want to tap on after you. Talk from
Okay,
a deeper perspective. Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, I respect both of y'all opinions. RoyalT, I knew you were going to come to the table saying that's why I let you give you that space to say everything that you needed to say. And the three of us share similar views. So let's just start there with the three of us share similar views. We talk about where are the artists in the middle and where are the female artists in the middle. Us right here on screen right now. We're the female artists in that middle ground. There is a lane. We are here. We are making noise.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know, but I call myself hip hop's little sister. I got coined hip hop's little sister because I feel like I'm the representation of every little girl in our bracket where hip hop raised them. Hip hop raised me. I'm not who I am without hip hop music and without hip hop culture. And so I kind of got coined the name hip hop's little sister. And I relate to any other young woman in the world that has a story to tell where hip hop music has impacted them to some degree. And most of us have been impacted by hip hop to some degree. So when we talk about where are the artists in the middle, where are the female artists in the middle, and the game does want to hear from us. They want to hear our stories. And let me mention and touch on this too real quick. I like sex does that. And as a woman, one part of me is sexuality. But as a music artist, there are a lot of other hats that I wear. So I don't just wear like the sexual goddess hat. Do I like to rap about being sexy and talking about sex in my music sometimes? Yes, because that's life. And that's a reflection of life. And life is a reflection of art. But there's a whole bunch of other things to talk about as well. And then when we talk about artists like Cardi and the Meg Thee Stallions and the artists that are quote unquote on right now, it just takes me back to urging the fan base. And I'm gonna ask you guys too, like what female artists are y'all listening to in y'all playlist? Who are some female rappers that y'all like? And then after y'all answer, T-Quest, you can go ahead and say what you needed to piggyback and say. I just wanted to point out that we were three dope ass, powerful women in hip hop right now holding it down. Are here.
Mm-hmm. You want me to start?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah,
okay. As far as female artists hip hop artists I listen to, I kind of bring it back in the day, like 90s, 2000, because right now with everything that's going on, I'm tapping into my happy place. And my happy place was 90s and 2000s hip hop, with Yang Twins and all of that. And I've been listening to a lot of like Eve and Missy and Little Kim, going back to my happy place. Because there was a time when people used to ask me, like, oh, as a female hip hop artist, like when you talk or when you play music, when you're in your DJ mode or whatever, you don't really play a lot of the new stuff. I'm like, and I thought about, I'm like, am I being a hater? I'm like, no. I had to really sit back and think about it, right? Because I have to be open and honest at all times. I'm like, I'm not hating on them. I don't hate their music. I just can't relate to the music 100% that's out there. I don't believe in using a man for getting his bag. I don't believe in side chicks. I don't believe in none of that stuff. So it's hard to me to relate to the music 100%. Just like some of the men music, a lot of it I like, but some of it I feel uncomfortable even dancing to because I can't relate to what they're saying in the song because I'm not that chick you're talking about. You call her out, but I want to dance to it. But sometimes I get uncomfortable trying to balance out if I like it or not because of what the lyrics represent, which is very hard because music has such a powerful impact on us. But as a radio personality, I do like some of Cardi music. I do like some of the music. I'm just not a fan of it 100% because of the woman that I am at the end of the day.
Very interesting. Strong take. Thank you. Did you get to speak on the other part that you wanted to speak on? I'm gonna let you touch on that before I ask Royalty what artist she's in.
I got my notes right here. That's why I was looking down. I got my notes. Okay, so one thing.
Good girl.
One thing she spoke on about like Cardi having a ghostwriter and everything, right? And yes, we all know that. But at the same time, what we can't do is discredit the hard work that she actually did put in to get in the position to end up having the team behind her. Because I've interviewed her before. You know what I'm saying?
A ghostwriter.
Yeah, ghostwriter and all that stuff. Like she was saying something about artists having the backing and the funds and the team. And I'm like, I've interviewed Cardi B before, you know, and she was out there really trying to grind and hustle as an artist, but they was trying not to really give her that respect because of how she started being a stripper and everything. But, you know, she was pushing her mixtape. She was going here and there, trying to get the people. She put in the groundwork. And now that she's at where she's at, like, I'm never going to discredit the work she put in to get there. It's just a little disheartening that once she's there, she didn't really represent us 100% the way that the medium, people in the middle, is someone that we can actually look up to. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day,
you know what's funny? Everyone talks about how Cardi is so relatable. I always hear everybody talking about like, oh, she's mad regular. She talked about how her teeth is fucked up. She talked about when she got to go take a shit, and she just says like the regular shit that no other female artist says. So I get that, but then I'm like, okay, there's also still not like a full representation. You know, maybe my teeth ain't fucked up. Yes, I'm flawed. I can relate to her in that sense. But not everybody's that in the middle either. Like,
you're right, and she's like, I'm right. She doesn't rap about it.
Exactly. Yeah. She kind of makes it braggadocious or whatever, and that works for her. I feel like, you know, that is why people have jumped on the Cardi bandwagon so strongly. Obviously, she kills that, so we cannot discredit her there or take that away from her. That, I think, is her attempt, as we talk about being in that middle. I think that's what that looks like for her as an artist. I'll say that.
Yeah.
My bad. We digress a little bit. Royalty, what female rappers are you listening to, or what female artists are you listening to? Did we lose her? Royalty, did we lose you?
I think so.
All right, I'm going to pull her out for a second, and then when I see her, I'll pull her back on. Let me ask you something, T-Quest. As a female artist who's been in the game for a while, and been doing this, and then also being on the inside, on the business end, do you feel like there's ever been a time when you've been compromised as a female artist or as a female businesswoman in the game, compromised in any way?
Of course. I've been to a lot of the experiences, especially starting off, because like I didn't have friends that did music. I didn't have nobody in my family that did music. I didn't have no guidance or anything to that. You know what I'm saying? So I literally had to throw myself to the wolves, and I definitely got bit and attacked along the way. You know, being in studio sessions with the producers, and I'm here for the beat, but he over here trying to beat. You know what I'm saying? To the point I got to fight these dudes, and I shouldn't have to. Like, I'm here to put in work, and you over here trying to get that work. That's not how it's supposed to be. But I'm not shocked. There's a lot of industry cats I met. Like, don't you know what I can do? How I can help you in your career? Won't you come with me real quick? I'm like, nah, I ain't got time for all that. You know, so that's when the R. Kelly situation came out. They was like, all these girls are just saying this stuff for attention. I'm like, no. Some of them may be doing it for attention, but let's not be blind to the fact that this stuff really does happen, and not just in the industry, in society altogether.
It goes down.
You know what I'm saying?
It goes the fuck down. I've firsthand seen some shit. I appreciate you being honest.
But
it looks like we got Bubbles just joining the live stream. So we're going to segue. We're running a little bit behind. We're going to try respectful of everybody's time. Let me reintroduce real quick to the live stream, Javon, a.k.a. Bubbles, singer, rapper, composer, host, model. She was featured, most recently featured in, which is it? Oh, Toast on Deck's WCW Magazine Artist Edition, and then also featured on Source Online's Next Artist to Watch. So I've been knowing Bubbles for a long time, since 2005, 2007, around that time. So it's just awesome to have her on. And for us, like she just said a moment ago before I pulled her on the stream, like we're still full circle. You see how we're still on our journey. It's so dope to see. So I'm so glad to have you. We're gonna roll into playing some of our guest music in just a second, but I want to hear from you. I want to pull you in conversation and have you join the conversation a little bit too. So, this is part 2 of the state of women in hip hop. And I want to hear your thoughts. I've heard from T-Quest. I've heard from RoyalT. I want to hear your thoughts on what you think is the state of women in hip hop at this time.
Well, I think right now, 2020. Well, first of all, thanks so much for having me on the show. The Wi-Fi is acting a little wonky, but I'm glad it's working right now because I felt really bad. I really wanted to be a part of this conversation. And Mahogany, you're dope AF, girl. But back to the question. Women in the state of hip hop, literally in 2020, I feel like we're kind of taking over. We are finally showing the men what we can do, and that we're not just vaginas and nice titties and stuff, even though it's like that's a part of our womanhood, and we should be able to be able to own that and not have to hide it. Like God made us this way, and we're allowed to show it. And just because it's beautiful and something that you want to touch doesn't mean you have to touch it or can touch it. You got to earn to touch it. And in fact, to earn to touch it, you got to know my talent. Because once you know my talent, then I might give it to you on just because. Holler. But that's my choice, not yours. And don't dangle my dreams in front of me, because nigga, I'll cut the string off and I'll shove it up your ass. And I'm still gonna fucking win. You feel me? Men need to understand that, we have a lot to say, and hip hop is actually about like telling a story, telling your story, telling the experience that you grew up from, and what's going on in your environment and what's going on outside the window, and that's what the state of hip hop is. For me, is to talk about my story and be authentic to every single experience that I literally been through, from depression, from daddy issues, from, family not fucking supporting bitches, and just going out there trying to get fucked by every single Puff Daddy, Jay-Z wanna fucking be, thinking they got something for me, and me having to find out who I was as a person, as an artist, as an individual, to want to be to actually put any quality into this world, like, yeah, I think that it's difficult, but it's not impossible to maneuver in this industry as a woman, as long as you got your mind right, you got your spirit right, your heart right, you know where you want to go, and then you got to literally have to be able to say no to certain situations, certain people, and realize that not every opportunity is meant for you, and it's okay. Assess what's important for your journey, and actually the end of your journey, and what you want to end up to be. Like, what is the end of your story look like, and the rest of the way is telling us how to get there, is showing us how you're going to get there, putting in the work to get to that, and
yes,
goal. So girls aside, all of us need to stick together. You feel me? Like it's very important to stick to each other.
I appreciate you. You're cutting out a little bit, Bubbles, so I hope I'm not interrupting you. But thank you for talking that real shit, and really for just sharing with us what your take is on the state of women in hip hop.
So
you got a little bit of a lag. There.
Take
it was doing good too.
That experience and
Looks like we're struggling next bit, but she came through real quick and had a whole lot to say. She gave us a mouthful. So I think right now is actually a good time. I want to just highlight and showcase what dope, talented women you guys are. So we are, if you guys are just tuned in, this is the Mahogany Stylez experience. Welcome to my corner pocket of the universe. It's your girl, Mahogany Stylez, the princess of hip hop in the building. We got T Quest in the building, holding down the Midwest. We got my girl, RoyalT. All the way from 4-5, she's holding it down too. We just had Bubbles holding it down too. She just hopped off, so it was really dope. But we're gonna keep the show flowing. I do want to showcase you guys as artists. We're gonna go ahead and play one of your videos, which is, you want to go ahead and segue and introduce your video. This is Frenemies. I want you to introduce it.
Sure. Everybody, this is my song Frenemies, one of my singles I have out now. It's pretty much a song about, you know, those people that be around you who shouldn't be around you. They act like they want to support you and they act like they're your friends, but they're not. Especially as artists, we will experience this time and time again, which sucks. But I mean, everyone deals with this, you know, in life. It could be family, friends, co-workers, whatever the case, just not on your side, you know? So here's Frenemies. Check it out. Shot by Mike Forever. And yeah. Yeah, here it goes. Here it go right here. In 5. 3, 2.
All right. Frenemies. We're getting there.
Yes. Patience is a virtue, you know?
Then it goes. Done, right? All right. We're going to get into it. All right. Sometimes we got to ride the wave. As female artists, I think we've learned to be flexible and learn how to ride the wave a little bit.
Right. That's true.
I'm just having it reload. So let me go ahead and just reload it. And we will get into this Frenemy in just a second. Let me just RoyalT, I didn't get to ask you, so I'm going to ask you, pose one more question to your video. And topic. Artists, do you ever feel like you've been compromised as a female?
Wait, hold on. Say that one more time.
In the entertainment industry, do you feel like you've ever been or have?
It's cutting in and out. I don't know the words you're saying.
You said.
You said, do I feel?
Touch on that. Tell us.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can you repeat it? I didn't really hear what you said.
Have you ever been compromised?
Shit. I heard, have you ever felt like you were compromised? That's all I heard.
Can you hear me okay?
Okay, now I hear you. You said, have I ever felt like I had to compromise? I hear you. You said, did I ever feel like I had to compromise? As a female artist.
Or have been compromised? Have you ever been?
Yeah, I feel like I have many times, like when I perform, I'm like the only female performing a lot of times. So it's like I have to engage to that crowd, whereas all this male energy is there. You know what I'm saying? There's not many females in the crowd because all of the males and all their friends are there. You know what I'm saying? So now I got to hit the stage and relate to drugs and gang banging. And I don't rap about that, you know? So sometimes I have to like adapt to my crowd, you know? And like realize like, or maybe change a song that I was going to perform. Like maybe let me do a harder song because there's harder people in here. Or let me do a softer song because there's more females in here. Or let me not curse because there's kids in here. Like many times, like I had wrote a whole song. It was like an all women thing. And then when I got there, they're like, oh, you can't curse. And I'm like, hold the fuck up, because I just fucking cursed all throughout this song. Like, so, you know, so then I had to pretty much, now I had to do it like different and not curse. And so, I mean, in like situations like that, yeah, pretty much. But like in the entertainment, because, you know, I've done entertainment as well, because I was a personal assistant. So I did like different stuff dealing with like different people in the industry. And like T Quest said, it's all about the money. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the money, the look for other people to have. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you start to realize, like, when you're around certain people, that's when you're more interesting to other people as well. And other people want to work with you based off who you're around, not based solely off of you.
Okay.
Am I going elsewhere? I tend to do that.
Look, that's a perfect way to segue. It looks like we've got your video queued up, so I want to segue into your video. Let's just mean video. Okay?
Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I had to get headphones.
All
They're
right,
so much
be
better
queued
with
up.
headphones.
Can y'all see that?
No.
Mm-mm.
Is it frozen? She look frozen.
I think so. But I hope that since I know her show is only an hour long, that after the live stream, I definitely want to tap into some things that you spoke upon. So I can give you clarity on it from like a radio and DJ aspect. So
Right.
you know why they do what they do in the club when it comes to your music, and not take it like too personal. So I know we don't have too much time to talk about it on her show, but I definitely want to explain a few things for you.
Yeah, sure.
So you don't be like, why you ain't playing my music? You know?
No. It would be. I felt as far as that with more so local. And
no, I get it.
If I know you, if I personally know the DJ, like we went to school together, play my shit. Like I don't get it. Like these are like it would be the principle, you know, like the type of person I am.
Mm-hmm.
I need to stop doing that too, thinking of like what would I do, you know what I'm saying? Because like when I was a publicist, I had like my publicist days. I would reach out to outlets in my community first. I didn't reach out to Double XL. I didn't reach out to, you know what I'm saying? I reached out to people in my community. Hey, come interview Joel Santana. Hey, come interview Cameron. Like this is not shit people are gonna do for people who are on coming up. They're going to look for the double XLs and the complexes. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like, you know, I live in a small town. A lot of people do music. It was more so based on my town, to be honest. And like my own experience of asking personal DJs I grew up with and went to school with to play my music. And they're giving me runarounds about like, oh, I can't, or I got to ask the boss. So I got to like what? Like,
well,
people, you can play anything in the club. People going to either not like it or like it.
You can, but at the same time, it's all about the client, which is the club owner, right? So if they play an independent song and they notice how certain people are gravitating to it, they're like,
turn it off. Next.
I know,
at least
but
play it
a little bit, you know, but they can't make it so obvious that they're doing like, well, this is like an artist I know, so off the street I'm gonna play her music, because you can always tell if one of your homegirl songs playing, that's my girl. Like some of that stuff.
Well,
can't
I
be
think
too obvious.
in a big club, like if you went to like Amazoro or Stage 48 or something, then do your set. You got a large crowd, but if we're in a local bar, play local music. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because who else is gonna hear us?
Yeah,
we're not going to get on Hot 97 like that, but we could get in our local bars. We could get on our local radio stations, you know, like. because I recently just performed at some protests. So I have different type of music. So I wrote a song about like Black Lives Matter in like 2018, and now what was going on, a lot of protests. I started performing it at protests, and now everybody's like, oh my God, RoyalT, come perform here. Oh my God, RoyalT, come perform here. Oh my God, I love it. Da-da-da. Now I could perform in my community.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, maybe I had to go that route. Maybe I had to go to Black Lives Matter route.
Also,
like different things. So I get it. I know there's procedure and things like that. I was talking more on like a local.
But even in some of those local things, it's sometimes in their contracts. You're only supposed to play a certain amount of music or certain type of music. And so I'm like, it's kind of like when people like with local radio stations, like, how can they play local music? Like, they're literally being their contracts, but they can't tell you stuff like that. It's so much that goes on behind the scenes, even in the smallest situations that a lot of people don't know. But then sometimes they can like sneak you in. Like, I know a lot of, because the majority of our friends are DJs, and some of them may like sneak it, even if it's for like a couple of seconds. But
right? That's why I be trying.
It gets a little complicated. You know what I'm saying? Just like when it comes to when you was talking about the compromising situations when you had to do an event and it was profanity in it, right? And
right.
What to do? Well, in that aspect, I always encourage artists to always have multiple show tracks on your flash drive, so there's no reason why you can't perform. I remember I had to host a community event, and one of the main artists, she couldn't perform because she had profanity. I'm like, but you knew you was performing for a community event,
right?
So you should have clean versions or certain songs for that particular show. To the fact that you couldn't even perform and you can't blame the promoter, we have no choice but to blame you, just keeping it a buck. And I tell artists, yes, you should take advantage of your platform, but every platform is not for you based on the music that you have in your catalog. You know what I'm saying?
That is true.
So, but like I tell people, no matter what it is, it's always going to be different ways of looking at things.
Yeah, for sure.
And what else did you say? Because I was writing down my little stuff. And then she's back. I'm sorry, I was
back in the building, guys. Thank you guys for continuing the conversation.
Yes,
I heard. I'm glad. And I love the energy. That was the point of pulling the specific guest that I pulled on today's show was very specific, and salute you guys and knew you guys would be able to hold down a conversation. And I know you guys have plenty to share. RoyalT, I want to insist that I play your video. If for whatever reason, if technical issues, I'm still going to share your video link to Frenemies in the comment section. If you guys do not know, people are tuned in right now to our comments, so they're checking us out. So let me go ahead and try this again. Frenemies, RoyalT. If not, we'll drop the link in the comment section. We're going to keep the conversation going, and we're also going to try to get into T-Quest's video as well. So let's try this again. Let's do it.
No. Was it up like that? I don't think it's working.
Well, let me go back to
yeah. Go back.
What I want to say is, as I'm a part of a lot of DJ coalitions, I'm really like the backbone of our all-female division. And what we do is we have our own radio station, publications, and everything. and I would love to get some of your music in rotation. So I'm gonna get your contact so we can get you on that platform for sure.
Yes, I appreciate
We
that.
highlight
Thank
nothing
you.
but independent female artists, mainstream, and all female
Okay,
entrepreneurs in general. You know,
that's what's up.
so you can be like, "Why
Definitely.
you ain't playing my music? I'm about to play your music."
I'm trying not to do that too much because I be going off like you ain't play my shit, you ain't do my shit. But you know what? It is what
I
it
get it.
is. Like
We hear it all the time. Your home base is not always going to be your number one supporters. So it's all
oh
about finding the ones that
yeah,
truly
yeah,
going to
for
support
sure.
you. Mm.
Yeah, I already know. I already know. Crazy. But that's what. Where are you at? You in Connecticut?
No, I'm from Connecticut right now.
Is
I'm
that
in
what you said?
Indiana.
Oh yeah. Oh okay.
Mhm.
Nice, nice.
I'll be everywhere.
Okay, so RoyalT, I dropped your link. I dropped your link in the comment section. So,
Appreciate you.
okay, guys, I'm gonna keep the conversation rolling. I actually want to. I'm gonna roll into my reality check segment right now. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you guys able?
Wait, I did hear you.
I'm gonna roll into reality check episode of the Mahogany Stylez. I bring you a couple of different versions of a couple of different segments, and today is going to be a reality check. And reality check, me, I get an opportunity to share and participate as well. So, y'all, this is an interactive show. So, the way the goes is you take the opportunity to share a story, just one story, could be funny, sad, serious, dramatic, comedic, whatever you want, pertaining to the actual talk check moment. And then I'm going to invite RoyalT and T Quest to share a reality check moment of their own. Radio. So I interned for BET 106 show, helping to produce their radio show, and then covering a lot of red carpet events for BET. And my first experience being on the business side of things I Rip Runway. I think it was Rip the Runway 2007. And I worked on BET's Rip the Runway as a red carpet correspondent and got the opportunity to interview of Brooke Hogan thing. And when it was my opportunity to go over to Nelly's table, and everybody loves Nelly, right? It was my opportunity to go over to Nelly's to be very misogynist. So when I've heard rumors over time about approach and incidents and encounters that have happened in hip hop over time as it relates to Nelly, I believe it because my firsthand experience with Nelly, he was very much like, oh, girl, what you gonna do or whatever for me or whatever. I'm Nelly. Do you know who I am? You need to blah, blah, blah. And it was just, he was doing the most, and he was highly disrespectful and offensive. And he was highly disrespectful and offensive. I was a woman. As far he made me feel so uncomfortable as a woman, and him over exercising and over asserting his male authority in that particular moment, that I ended up saying, either I have to make the decision to interview and do my job, or I'm going to walk away because I feel so disrespected, and you're disrespecting me. As do I do the interview in my position in my internship, or do I not do my interview and go about my business and keep it pushing because I felt disrespected as a woman? So my reality check as it relates to the state of women in hip hop is to share that moment with you guys. And from that moment on, I have learned and taught myself to make sure that I assert myself back. There is a way that you can hold down your position, put yourself back, going to allow to find that moment, or should I say Nelly defined that moment for me as a young woman coming into the hip hop game. So that's my reality check moment. If you guys got a story like that,
Hello? Where'd she go?
Yeah, I think she froze.
Oh.
I noticed when you put the headphones in, it's better. Like you hear better. I don't know.
Yeah, StreamYard is
RoyalT.
Hey.
I think she wants you to start off with saying your reality.
With a story. My reality check I had. Well, I would say like maybe like when I perform in competitions, like I perform a lot. I like to perform. So like there was a point in time where I would like perform like all the time. And like I said, a lot of times I would be like the only female performing.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we hear you.
Moment.
And I would notice sometimes, not even just me, my friends who would always come to my shows, that if there's like a prize at the end or a winner at the end, maybe it's just me. I could be doing too much, but if there's supposed to be one winner, it's just never me. It's got to be me and someone else. Like, I've always experienced that. Like, it'll be like, oh, one winner, and then it'll be like, oh, first place, we're going to give it to RoyalT and Lil. Like, why? Like, there's supposed to be one winner. This happened to me 3 times. Like, whereas if it's like, I don't know if it's, oh, we can't give it to the girl, we got to give it to her and a dude. I don't know. But it's like, but if 3 times I've been in competitions where it's supposed to be one winner and it's me and someone else.
Is it scored by points?
One of them was scored. The other 2 weren't.
Okay, so
I think they were
points,
like,
you can't really. Well,
they were like probably like
judges
or something like that. I don't know, but it's just like, dang, like when things happen too often, it's like, why?
I get it.
Like,
so the points ones, you gotta let it slide because
that was like probably like one of my first ones anyway. It just be funny like when it's like, oh, one winner, and then it's like, because it's like it'll be like this because the crowd, because I bring a lot of people to my shows, so the crowd will show like, okay, her people's is here, she got the support, her performance was lit. But we can't just give it to her. Like it gotta be another winner. Like, I don't know. It's just like you feel it. You feel the energy when you're in these places. Like,
that's why there's certain competitions I don't take as serious as others, depending on who's throwing it, who's the judges, because you play favorite.
All of that matters.
You know, so over the years, I just not take it so personal. Because as long as I know I did what I had to do, like, I'm good. Now, if it's the one, if I pay money to be in a competition, then we got an issue. But if I just signed up to actually be a part of it, then at first, it's all about growing. At first, I'm like, wait, what? But now I'm like, you know what? I know I'm popping. I don't care.
Yeah, listen.
That definitely sound crazy, but as long as you know that's all that really matters. And
I just do my thing. So, but I mean, that would be like a reality check of just like what's going. I had a couple of reality jam checks.
Yeah,
where I just started doing other shit, to be honest.
As far as me is, if I had to pick a reality check, it would be kind of piggybacking off of what Mahogany said, where certain situation when it comes to guys, right? It was certain producers I would want to work with, but if they got like a baby mama, a wife, a girlfriend, some of them used to feel some type of way, you know, not because of me doing anything that make them want to question it, because of their own insecurities. You know, it'd be to the point I'd be like, at the end of the day, ain't nobody wants your man. Like, I just want the beats. Like, we could do a contract. He could tell me how much you need. I'll pay for it. We ain't even got to interact. He ain't even got to be in the studio. Like, I'm just trying to make music, and I always got hindered from that. Even before, when I was supposed to be a part of a movie, the director, he wanted to like hang out a little bit to feel more of me, to put me into the character. He caught feelings, and I'm like, I'm flattered, but I'm only doing this for the movie. You know what I'm saying? And then once he realized I wasn't trying to be with him, he was like, well, let me stop investing. I'm like, what? So just because I don't like you on a personal level, now we can't handle business. That's not fair to me. Same thing with a publicist. He didn't wanted to work with me, but then when he caught feelings, it was hard for him to not mix business and pleasure. Once again, I got kicked to the wayside because you can't control your feelings. You know, but I'm not going to be on those women that's going to butter you up to get what I can get out of you. I'm not doing that. Either you respect me for who I am and my talent, and let's get money together, or I'm just like, you know,
keep it pushing.
And a better opportunity will be coming along this way.
That is so true, girl.
Reality check.
Check plus.
I think she's back. We see you smiling. We can hear you.
I've heard that story so many times. I'm going to put your link in the comment section as well. I want to make sure that you guys can hear. Oh, you guys can't hear me? Hold on.
We can hear you.
I hear you.
Audio okay? Awesome. Okay. For sharing your reality check moments. I've got one more segment that I want to get into, and I kind of want to hear you guys' thoughts, opinions about it. We want to talk about a viral video that is my For the Culture moment this week. We're choosing one specific moment that is a yay and is a win, I personally feel like, for our culture. And that is the viral video with the "You About to Lose Your Job" lady. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but there was a woman who's getting by police officers. Yes, her. And last night, our For the Culture moment out to this woman. You guys, I will drop her Instagram handle in the comment section as well. But the For the Culture moment goes out to all of the protesters who were out and about protesting and chanting and singing "Lose Your Job" in efforts to talk about raising awareness to defund the police. So, shout out and to her for just being bold and being a confident, strong enough woman, voiced her opinion and said what she needed to say. Now she's taking this moment in the viral video to make an impact on our culture. So now we've got all the protesters out here talking about "you about to lose your job." What do y'all think about that? Have y'all seen the video? Have you seen this? What do you guys think about the protesters?
I did see it. I think it's dope. And that's what can happen to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody could go viral and the next day blow up and be famous. And like T Quest said earlier, it's all about what you gonna do after you got all of that attention. So now she needs to make a difference. Now she needs to be out at them protests. Now she needs to, or whatever her interest is, you know, like she got this platform now, what you gonna do with it? Like, so I respect it. I could dig it. Like, and some people don't even expect to go viral. They don't plan it. You know, it just happens. Like they're in the moment. They're just in reality, and then it happens. So I respect it. And like I said, like T Quest following up on that. What she gonna do with it?
Got it now. When I first saw it, I was like laughing because, you know, in the DJ world, I'm always known for I think his name is Remix Suede, iMarquis, who does all the remixes to all those people's songs and the voices that they do, like the Cardi B coronavirus. Right. Like he does all of those. And I knew it was him. The moment I saw it, I said, he brought something to this, you know, and I'm just like, okay. And it was so catchy. It was so hilarious. My only thing is when I first saw it, it kind of looked like it was as if it was staged because of the cop's look. You know, he was too calm. Because if you see someone filming you, you're not just standing there with the person. You can try to escort them to the car. Right. So to be honest, my personal opinion, I think it was staged, you know, to go viral. But since it went viral, whether it was staged or not, like you said, it's all about what you do with it now. But it definitely brings some smiles to people's faces and stuff like that. I appreciate more because I tell people, yes, we know what's going on in society. It's very sad. It's very dim. But let's praise the part that's going to bring some type of light to it. To bring a smile to your face because we're already pissed off for the rest of the day. You are about to lose your job.
No, seriously.
All right, guys. I just want to tell you both, thank you for your patience through all of our technical challenges. Again, this is episode 2. We are going to work through our technical challenges. For me, let me just be super transparent with everyone. Since COVID, I've had crazy issues with my internet connection in both of my primary places where I usually record. I don't know if it's because everyone is home and so they're on the Wi-Fi connection, but I've had a lot of challenges just since COVID-19. In places where I typically have a really strong connection. So your patience. I didn't get to play the video. I include to both of your videos in the comments section as well. I just want to give you guys a last couple of minute request. I would like to start with you. Tell the people what you have going on, and also tell us where we can find you, where we can connect with you. You do a lot, so tell us what's going on and how we can connect with you and support you and what you have going on.
Okay, so right now, I do like 4 to 5 radio shows on like 25 stations. So, I'm always highlighting different people, entrepreneurs, music artists, models, celebrities, or whatever. So if you got a story you want to tell or you need some marketing and PR, definitely contact me. Me and my crew, my DJ crew, we're actually doing a showcase talent show for teenagers coming up in less than 2 weeks. So, anyone who's trying to be in the entertainment business, media, model, dancer, producer, DJ, writer, blogger, we're doing a free showcase for them in front of the tastemakers, the DJs, and the radio personalities in the industry for free, June 20th from 2 to 6 p.m. on Zoom. So make sure you guys contact me if you want to help the teenagers. Back in the day, we didn't get this, but we're trying to give it to the new generation now. So please take advantage of it. I have so much going on, but all you got to do is follow me on all social media platforms at TQuestGLM. You can download my TQuest mobile app in your Google Play Store and your App Store. You can sign up for my mailing list on my website, GottaLoveMeWorld.com. And if you need any of my services, because I'm a voiceover specialist, you can email me at TQuestGLM@gmail.com. And on top of that, I'm a music artist. Go stream my music.
Mm-hmm.
You heard, girl. You see what time it is. Only the best, wealthiest, and most poppinest women that I'm bringing to the conversation. T-Quest, you got to send me that information about the event to support the teenagers so I can share that and support that. You see, I go ham. If you got something that you want me to share, I'm a supporter. I'm about supporting. It's as simple as a share button. I'll shoot it, a DM, a text message to everybody in my network. Just get that information out. RoyalT, let us know. I know you mentioned some about the protests and that you've been performing at some of the local protest events. Let the people know what you have going on with SistersKeeper, any upcoming music you have coming up. Let them know where they can find you as well.
Got you. So yes, I go by the name of RoyalT from Rockland 845. My Instagram is at @rapper_next_door. My Facebook is RoyalT in the flesh, and yeah, so I do music. I got music out on iTunes and Tidal and all those platforms. Check it out. On SoundCloud, I've got a lot of music. I got a mixtape out on that piff. Also, segue from music into acting. I'm an actor. Our shows got postponed and stuff. Since things are starting to open back up, I'm pretty sure we'll probably be performing in maybe September. I'm actually doing a scene from the for Color Girls when Bo Willie dropped the kids out the window. Deep. So yeah, I be getting emotional my dang self, because it's imagine repeating that every day. But
that's
dramatic, girl. So I'm excited to and looking forward to doing that. So I'll keep everybody posted on my social media about that. Also, SistersKeeper is a nonprofit organization which my sister started. I'm the president of. I just became the president last year, which I'm extremely proud of, because my sister didn't just place me there. I earned it. You know what I'm saying? And we do a scholarship program. So we are looking for donations. We do $2 Tuesdays, where on Tuesdays we ask people to donate $2. And it goes towards helping single women, helping young children, and most importantly, our scholarship program, where we do an 8-month program meeting once a month, where we teach girls about things outside of high school. Financial things, sex, relationships, friends, life, things you're not going to learn in school. And we did it last year. It was amazing. We were going to do it this year in Middletown, but of course, COVID messed up everything. So looking forward to that for next year, and just growing with SistersKeeper. And then also I just started, this would make it a year in May, doing customized stuff. So me and my homegirl, her name is Success. We put our names together as Royal Success. You can follow at Royal Success on Instagram. Also, SistersKeeper is wearesisterskeeper.com. I'm all over the place. But as far as customized stuff, we make like customized trays, customized shirts, customized cups. Whatever you want, we make it. We got it. I'm just trying to keep my hands in everything, but at the same time trying to have tunnel vision. So support me, you know. I've been doing music, been doing features, so I've got music coming out soon. I'm gonna probably drop something this week. I'm just waiting for it to be mixed and mastered, and just keep it going, you know. Keep my hands in everything. Probably gonna see me on Tyler Perry one day. Who knows?
Hey.
I'm getting in that acting. I'm feeling acting. You know, music. I love music. You can't get away from music.
Mm-hmm.
But acting, I'm really starting to really a lot of opportunities are coming. It's moving a little faster than music, money wise, and I'm here for it all. Thank you, God. Here for all the opportunities. Thank you, Mahogany. Shout out to T Quest doing her thing. Like, we need you. We need people like you in the industry. You know, you seem like you have a really good heart and you're for the artist. So appreciate you. And yeah, royalty in the flesh. That's me.
Thank you guys for, like I said, I'm only bringing the busiest, bossiest, most.
I'm gonna check her out.
Yes, and shout out to Bubbles. Bubbles, we're also gonna link to your video. She got a record called "Get It." You guys, that's pretty fire. She's not here, so I'll rep her song on her behalf for her. She's got a record called "Get It." That's pretty lit. Her social media handle is right there at the bottom on the banner at the bottom of the screen, so you guys can connect with all three of our special invited guests. You guys, before we get out of here, I just got one more question for each of you, and then we're going to keep it pushing. It's been so much fun just chopping it up. For me, it was bring some powerful heavy hitters as female pillars in the game together to have this conversation and to keep the conversation going. Thank you to everybody who's been subscribing and liking and sharing and talking about the experience. We are keeping the conversation going on next week's episode, on this week's episode, this Thursday's episode. We've got 3 more special invited guests that we're bringing to the Mahogany Stylez experience to continue the conversation on the state of women in hip hop. So you guys make sure you tune in. I would love to see you ladies hop back on, get engaged with us in the comments. That's this Thursday, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. right here on my YouTube stream. Before we roll out of here and end this episode of the Mahogany Stylez experience, straight from our mouths, what do you guys think is next for women in hip hop?
Let me start.
We are next. Us. We are next. Okay, let's speak in existence.
Mm-hmm.
We hopefully it just opens. Hopefully the industry just opens up. I mean, it's hard to say because there's been years of just like the same shit. But maybe things will start to change and people will be more open and respectable to more women in the industry, not over sexualize them, listen to what they're saying. If you don't like it, keep it moving, but don't bash them. And just unity. Hopefully more women coming together, not fighting, and maybe more underground women doing music together to get their names out there, you know, and the people who, and the females who are more at the top, help some come up, you know what I'm saying? Like, more than a feature, help their business or whatever the case, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and let's just support each other as we get to know each other. Like, I just met T Quest. Now we're going to connect, you know? It's all about networking, growing, building, and we already got such a strong foundation. It's only goes up from here, you know? We all got the brains and we know what we want to do, so don't stop. That's my advice. Don't stop. That's one thing I will tell anybody and everybody. Do not stop. Opportunities come and go, but they come. That's the good thing about it. They come, and it's up to you to take it, grab it, and do your thing with it. You know what I'm saying? So good luck to you ladies, and we stay connected.
Absolutely. We always got to stay connected.
Thank you.
My advice on
what's
next for us is a piggyback off of what RoyalT said, is we're up next. But I encourage a lot of music artists, since I've been I'm on both sides of the fence when it comes to being entertained in the business, is to stop trying to figure out why mainstream is doing what they're doing. Stop trying to figure out why these syndicated radio stations are playing what they're playing, and just take advantage of your platforms Know who is your audience, appreciate the ones that are following you, and then know that people are going to gravitate to you. Also remember to don't forget to build relationships with the people who do hold the power, like your fellow DJs and radio personality. They may not have a lot to say, but they have enough saying. Right now, social media is everything. Underground radio is everything. Internet radio is everything. We do hold a lot of power. So if we stop trying to look for them and appreciate the people here, then we can actually go up and down. Because some people be taking trying to figure out how to get on mainstream radio when I'm over here representing the ones that are online. They got thousands, millions of viewers too, and you try to figure out why my stuff is streaming more. Why? Because you have to look beyond the surface. You know, you got to get them hidden gems.
Right.
Build those relationships, because those are the ones that's really going to rock with you. Because they actually do appreciate music. Long as you not like, well, I'm a female, you need to play it. No, long as you have the talent and the gift, the music is hot, it's registered properly, it's encoded properly, and you present yourself professionally, they will pay attention to you.
I love it. I love it. I thank you, ladies, so much. I'm humbled that you guys would just join take the opportunity to join my podcast. I hope we're definitely working in the future. RoyalT, our paths are going to continue to cross. T-Quest, we're going to figure out some areas where we can bring all of our pieces together. And it's about building from here. So we started the conversation. I would love to continue building from here. I'm going to let you ladies get out of here. I respect and appreciate your time. And I thank you so much for joining the Mahogany Stylez experience.
Anytime.
Thank you, loves. Yes. What a dope opportunity it was to talk to T-Quest, to talk to RoyalT, and then also to talk to my girl really quickly and really briefly, Javon Bubbles, aka Javon Bubbles. But yeah, so part 2 of the state of women in hip hop was a really dope conversation today. I just wanted to speak my piece on what I thought was the state of women in hip hop and what's the future of women in hip hop. We are going to, as powerhouses and influencers in our positions as women in hip hop, like some of the ones I brought on today's episode, we're going to take the opportunity to keep building and keep setting a foundation for all of the female artists that are coming up behind us. Like RoyalT said, pay it back, help bring another artist up as you're on the way on up. And I would love to see for the future of women in hip hop, I would love to see a lot more of that amongst us. Last week, I talked about kind of missing the competitive edge and the competitive spirit from hip hop in general, but then also specifically from women in hip hop. This week, I think the focus is more so using our power as women in hip hop to move us forward, to keep us advancing. And it is us. It's on us. The show is up to us. And it's all in our hands. I thank you to everyone who's watching. Thank you to everyone who's making a stir and been making a buzz about the Mahogany Stylez experience. As I said, continue to please be patient with me as we work through some of these technical issues and technical challenges. I will make sure that I put in the comment section RoyalT's video I already dropped in there, and T-Quest video I already dropped in there. So I will also make sure that I include Bubbles video, get it in the comment section as well. Thank you guys for everybody who tuned in. Make sure you tune in this coming Thursday from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. I've got Jenna Hershey, who is a music manager, music consultant. I've got Q Nova, who is a rapper songwriter, and I've got the queen, honey, Heidi Flyucci in the house. Continue the conversation on talking the state of women in hip hop. This will be the conclusion of our 3-part series on the state of women in hip hop. Again, thank you for the patience. Thank you for the love. I am me, the Mahogany Stylez, the princess of hip hop. This is my corner pocket of the universe, and thank you guys for watching.